Hi everyone, hope everyone is well. This evening I am playing the second of the Rolica, I hope that's how you pronounce it, game from Commands Colors Napoleonics. This is the 17th of August 1808 and this is the French second position. Previous video I did the French first position and now I'm playing the second scenario, which is the second position. A couple of things to note. So these hills here, these are what's classed as a rugged hill. They block line of sight and the you can't move into the hex. Basically, it's prohibited. So what we have here are basically, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 gullies for the British forces. 3 there for the British. We've got our Portuguese here on the left as we look at the board from this angle. The British do have significantly more units than the French do, and with the Portuguese, and the British have some foot artillery. The French have only 1 unit of foot artillery, so definitely the numbers favour the British. However, as we saw in the previous game, where it was the first position, the French are already in quite good defensive positions. And certainly the French in the last game gave what to against their British assailants, shall we say. So we're hoping that we can have a fierce battle between the two. Let's see how it pans out. There are, in terms of the victory, there are 5 victory banners for the offering here. So whichever side gets to those 5 first. As before, I am playing the game solo this evening with a sort of my preferred method. So I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. The British will move, the British Army and the Portuguese allies will be moving first. And like all these games of Commands Colors Napoleonics, I don't think it'll take too long to play. Probably, very satisfying sort of hour to play through and stop and do the videos. And what I will do, as always, I will play a few cards and then stop play when something of note happens, talk about the progress, the sort of narrative of the battle, how it's playing out, and also any game mechanics and choices that I've had to make playing both the two sides. So with no further ado, I will make a start. Well, the British forces on the right flank here have managed to move up and give some musketry against the French on this hill here. But the French cannon artillery here and line unit here have also returned fire, and the British forces here have taken a couple of losses. And pretty much the same thing on the left flank here as we look at the camera. So the Portuguese light, a foot, moved into this forest wooded area here and gave musketry to the French light on the hill, who returned fire along with the French line here. French loss here, but the French forces were able to repel the light, who came into such incredible fire that they have forced to retreat out of the woods and back here. So both sides, both the two flanks, the Allied forces moving up, but in both occasions, French so far have been able to repel their attacks. Whilst that's all been happening, the British have started to move some of their forces through the 2 centre gullies. Now it's going to take some time to bring these artillery pieces to bear. The British really need to, when they can, use the centre card to be able to bring those these foot artillery within range, and then bring those guns to bear against the French defences here. So we've got some British light force unit here and some line here have been able to start to move up. Especially this unit here needs to get into this wooded area. So hopefully they'll be receiving orders to do that soon. Get them out of harm's way. I think the French artillery guns here are probably still going to be taking care of the right flank. So yeah, lots of dice being rolled and cards being played, so it's always an exciting game, Commands Colors Napoleonics. Surprising, pretty much from the get-go, from the first few cards played, how quick the scenario gets into the sort of action and of the narrative of the battle, which is really cool. I really enjoy that. So, yep, carry on. Now the right side of the right flank here, the French have pretty much decimated the British forces through some excellent dice rolling on the part of the French. Obviously, their superior marksmanship from their line infantry and superior usage of the foot artillery has made short work of the British forces on the right hand side. So they have retreated into the wooded area there, and unfortunate for the British, have lost a unit, and so a victory banner to the French. In the centre, 2 gullies here, British moving forces up, coming under quite considerable fire, again from this foot unit here of artillery. Certainly the star performer in today's game so far. The dice rolls they have achieved is quite astonishing. Every dice roll they have, they've got the best results they could possibly get, pretty much. So obviously the soldiers involved in the usage of those artillery guns know what they're doing. Now on the left hand side, Portuguese line infantry coming under substantial fire, musketry fire from both the light and the line infantry here. They have returned some fire and have inflicted some casualties on the light foot here on the hill, but the French are such devastating volleys of musketry into this wooded area here has substantially reduced the fighting capabilities of the line unit. So we're down to one last part of the unit. So it would be wise for them to retreat, I think, out and stop the French from gaining a victory banner here. However, we have some more Portuguese line here, and it looks like these light cavalry are eager to get into the fight. So maybe on the next time for the Allies they can activate this flank here, they will do so. So at the minute, 1 victory banner to the French and 0 to the British forces, and the French are looking incredibly strong in defending this line of hills here. So no matter what the British are trying to do, French are successfully repelling them. No matter how many units they try and move up, they're being pushed back and taking casualties. So we'll carry on and play some more cards and see if the British can move up closer, and conversely see if the French can give that substantial fire into the British forces. We'll see. So now things are looking rather desperate for the British and their allies. This flank has been completely destroyed. French, giving musketry and artillery fire, have defeated the last unit, the last line foot, and Ferguson, the leader there, managed to escape with the skin of his teeth into the forestry there, and a victory banner for the French. In the centre section here, the British led a very valiant attack under the command of Lake against the French artillery on this hill, but were severely punished in doing so. The British, in fairness, were able to inflict 2 casualties, but the French, at such close range with musketry and artillery fire, sought off the British and destroyed a unit of line, and another victory banner for the French there. So the victory banners stand, French with 3, and the unfortunate British and their allies yet to gain a victory banner. Obviously the British and allies have yet to have their cup of tea and bacon sandwich, not fighting in all good spirits. French, however, excellent accord for themselves, exemplary artillery use and musketry against the British and allies. So, but let's not be too down in the mouth for the Brits yet. Got some horse artillery into position here. Hopefully they can make short work of this remaining foot artillery here. However, for the French, there's an easy target here with only 1 part of that unit left. An easy victory banner there for the taking. And will the French come off their hills to get that victory banner? I don't think they will. I think they'll try and give musketry to defeat that last line unit there. We also have the French horse here to be able to contain with any unit that tries to move up too close to the hills. So yes, quite a dramatic and exciting battle. Lots of dice rolled. French, incredibly good die rolling. The British and their Portuguese allies, a lot less so. But it's not over yet. There's 2 more victory banners for the French to get to receive victory. And the British, maybe have to put it out of the hat. We'll see. So now the British have started to turn it around. They pulled a bayonet charge card, which basically meant that we could activate, the British side could activate 4 foot units and charge into melee combat, which they did successfully and were able to eliminate as the first time they really got the die rolls that they needed, and so took out some French on these hills here and were able to occupy those areas and gain 3 victory banners. So 3 victory banners for the British, and puts them in a much stronger position. They have, however, suffered a few losses here on this unit here. This light infantry unit engaged them in melee combat, of which they were unable to do anything about, and took a couple of casualties. So both sides now had 3 victory banners. Both sides, I feel, are in equally strong position. I still think the French are slightly in a stronger position, but we'll see. The British have now equalled, so it's as they say, anyone's game now. So we'll keep playing and see how things pan out. So now the game is in anyone's hands. Both sides have 4 victory banners. The Portuguese here were able to eliminate the French unit here. The leader's okay. And the French were able to do exactly the same thing, but over here. The light French unit here, eliminating the British line here. So both sides have another victory banner. So 4 victory banners apiece. Whoever gets the next casualty, or inflicts the next casualty, will win the game. And both sides are almost quite symmetrical. We have the Portuguese line here, able to attack the leader maybe, and the French light foot able to attack the British leader there. Also on the Portuguese side, they have moved their light horse up into this position with a leader. Well, the French also have their light horse here as well. Now it will be the British turn next, so they may be able to clinch a victory right at the end, or conversely, maybe not, and then the French will. So it's down to the last couple of cards. So yes, indeed, in the end, the British forces were able to grab victory, and it wasn't where I expected. Instead, it was the light dragoons here defeating the French light horse that grabbed them the last victory banner and the victory for this particular scenario. The line were unable to seek out the French leader, who was able to move into this light horse here, and the French equally, the French line were unable to inflict the casualty on the leader, the British leader there. So it was the horse, the cavalry, that won the day, as it were, and the Portuguese too. So well done them, good for them. So yes, a really close battle. Commands Colors Napoleonics often delivers that. It's always a game that I always feel right until the last minute it's quite tense, and a very enjoyable Napoleonics game this evening. This is one of my favourite Napoleonic game systems. It is definitely it has more chrome than some of the other Command and Colors games, which I enjoy as a Napoleonic gamer. And the fact you can play a game like this that feels very authentic, feels very thematic, comfortably play this in an evening, set up and play and put the game away, including me even making this video, is very gratifying. I really do enjoy this game series very much, and I can see myself playing it more and more and more, maybe getting some of the expansions as well. So yeah, that was really a really close game. I felt it could have gone either way. Very enjoyable. What would I have done differently? I think I think both sides actually played very well. Maybe ideally the British would have moved more of these troops up. The heavy horse is a heavy horse unit here, did nothing, and that was a shame because I particularly like using the heavy cavalry if I can. But yeah, that was great. If you've played this scenario and your outcome was different or the same, interested in any thoughts, please leave a comment in the comment section as always. And thank you for watching as ever, and take care. Thank you.